The Audeze Maxwell featured in today's review is provided courtesy of Audeze. I've had the opportunity to test out several great headsets and speakers, and some bad ones over the last 6 years. One thing each of the good ones offered was a transformative experience for any game I put them up against. Like a broken record, I will forever reiterate how essential a good audio setup is for gaming. Regardless of the device, I have a go-to from a list of favorite sets and brands. Over the last month, however, I have been testing out the Audeze Maxwell headset for Xbox and PC, and it has handily replaced every other headset in my arsenal. Yes, that is how the company name is pronounced, so sorry to all you Audeze nuts memesters out there. With stellar connectivity options and superb audio quality, regardless of where you play your games, this is the only set you will need to make it the ultimate experience. The Maxwell comes in a straightforward black box with a glossy depiction of the headset in the center. Key features are also highlighted here, along with the Designed for Xbox designation. The sides feature another set of highlights of the Maxwell in multiple languages and brief system compatibility. The back of the box gives us an exploded look into the anatomy of the headset with important build quality features that make the Maxwell unique. The Audeze HQ app is previewed, plus expanded system compatibility is listed. Inside the box you'll find the Maxwell headset, removable boom mic, USB-C receiver, USB-A to USB-C cable, USB-C to USB-C cable, 3.5mm aux cable, and loads of documentation. The Maxwell is a large headset thanks to its inclusion of 90mm drivers. The design uses a closed back over the ear design, with each ear cup having a nice circular shape. Each ear cup has memory foam padding and a leatherette covering for maximum comfort. This design does add some heat to your ears, but I haven't found it bothersome during play sessions. The ear cups offer a good depth so your ears don't press against the drivers. They will also fit any ear shape and size thanks to built-in rotation on the yoke and headband. The padding is fully replaceable if it ever needs to be for any reason. The Maxwell fits firmly on my larger head, and thanks to the memory foam doesn't get uncomfortable, even with glasses. The left ear houses all of the Maxwell's onboard controls and ports. On the outer ear is a power button that doubles as a Bluetooth pairing button, and a mic mute switch for the internal array and detachable boom. Along the bottom resides a volume wheel, game chat mixer wheel, 3.5mm jack, USB-C port, boom mic port, and AI noise suppression button. Almost every button features one or more secondary functions to make the Maxwell completely usable from the headset alone, regardless of device. Because of its size, the Maxwell doesn't feature an adjustment bar found in most headsets. This makes the Maxwell a one-size-fits-all set. The only form of size adjustment comes from a leather-like strap attached to a pair of screws on each side of the headband near the yoke. At its default middle position, the Maxwell didn't rest right on my head, resulting in extra pressure. Moving the straps to their lower position perfected the fit. The leather band also works to distribute the headset's weight more evenly across your head. The headband is on the thin side, made out of steel, and has a memory foam pad to give it an overall nice feel when combined with the leatherette strap. By itself, it could feel too sharp, so if you plan to remove the strap, I would advise against it. I am a fan of the overall build quality. The headset feels firm in the hands, with the steel headband and aluminum yokes providing ample strength to ensure it holds up to the daily wear and tear expected of it. Because of this, there is not much flexibility in the headband, but it should prove sufficient for almost all use cases. Over the last month of testing, my review set has seen ample drops and spills without any negative results. But do be aware that it is a heavier headset as a result. Battery life also lasts for well over the advertised 80 hours, and after a month, I've only had to charge it once. The Audeze Maxwell has the following listed specs. With Audeze specializing in audiophile-grade headsets for many industries and applications, it's no surprise that Maxwell has an incredible soundscape. It features a higher frequency response range compared to most gaming headsets, reaching up to 50 kHz over the typical 20 kHz. The planar magnetic drivers are also double the size of nearly every gaming-focused headset on the market today. Every subtle environment disturbance, a quick tap of a footstep, or a booming explosion is reproduced with such clarity you get immersed in the experience like never before. Highs, mids, lows, it doesn't matter what you prefer. The Maxwell handles them all with exceptional grace. With the Audeze HQ app for PC and Android, several built-in equalizer presets can be selected to better tune the experience to your current need. One bonus of the Android app is it lets you manually adjust the EQ to preferred levels. Of the built-in options, I have favored the Audeze and immersive presets for my gaming needs. Adventure titles like Shadow of the Tomb Raider and its jungle ambience sound incredible, and the ambience of flying through the skies in Ace Combat is better than ever. With the built-in Dolby Atmos license on the Xbox version, spatial sound is available to make positional audio readily available for Xbox and PC users. To be brief, it is simply the best I have ever heard come out of an Xbox console for gaming and supported media to date from a headset. Dolby DTS Headphone X is also supported, but doesn't seem as well tuned for the set compared to Dolby Atmos despite less compression. As a result, I have stuck to Dolby Atmos with the Maxwell. Diving into Apex Legends has been an insane blast with how easy it is to pick up on enemy positions and actions. More subtle environment cues have also been brought to the forefront of my attention. While the Maxwell doesn't feature any form of active noise cancelling, the closed-back design and snug fit of the ear cups do a wonderful job of isolating outside noises, especially at higher volumes. Speaking of volume, even at max output, the Maxwell doesn't succumb to audio distortion. While the set is focused on gaming, it is no slouch for music and movies. With Dolby Atmos support, streaming services and Blu-ray titles sound awesome, and the reproduction of a surround sound setup is very convincing. Music is best enjoyed with spatial sound disabled, but even when enabled, it doesn't result in the typical echo I get on other sets, to the point I forget about turning it off for simple music listening. Using the Maxwell for editing is also quite revealing for how much background noise I have in my recordings. Best yet, regardless of connection type, latency is unnoticeable, and audio quality differences between each are also negligible to my ears. The detachable boom mic is an above-average performer and will work well for any in-game comms or Discord call. For quick recordings, it also proves adequate with its onboard noise cancellation tech. An array of 4 additional mics is built into the Maxwell to allow communication even when the boom is detached. While less impressive, they still get the job done, and taking a quick phone call is a perfect use case. If desired, the Maxwell includes a side tone feature to let you hear yourself and other ambient noises in your environment. It can be disabled for a more isolating effect. At any time, the mic mute switch can be activated to mute all voice input. While this version of the Maxwell is designed for Xbox, it has worked incredibly on every device I've put it up against. With the included USB-C receiver, you have 2 operating modes, Xbox and PC. With the switch set to Xbox, the Maxwell pairs with Xbox One and Series consoles wirelessly. Switching the receiver to PC lets it similarly work on PC and, unsurprisingly, the Asus ROG Ally. But here's where things get fun. The PC operating mode also lets the receiver work without issue on my M2 Mac Mini, Nintendo Switch, Pixel 6 Pro, PS4, and PS5. Spatial sound options are available on each supported platform as well. Unfortunately, a firmware update could wipe out such functionality, but for now it has made the Maxwell my one-and-done headset for every device I use them for. Likewise, connecting a USB cable to the Maxwell's USB-C port allows the same functionality across the same platforms. For further usability, the 3.5mm jack can be employed to bring the full capability of the Maxwell's audio prowess to bear on any number of legacy devices like the Game Boy Advance, or for using it in a wired configuration on the Xbox and PlayStation. To add further toppings to this already stuffed cake, Bluetooth 5.3 connectivity offers further wireless capabilities to the Nintendo Switch, PS4, PS5, Windows, Mac, Android, iOS, and Steam Deck, plus many more Bluetooth-enabled devices. With its abundance of supported codecs, the listening experience is a good one with high quality and low latency. Audio also dynamically switches between the USB receiver and Bluetooth, allowing it to be paired to 2 devices simultaneously. Unfortunately, audio from multiple devices can only be achieved with Bluetooth and a USB cable or a 3.5mm connection. After a month of testing the Maxwell, I do have a few areas of complaint about it. First comes down to the headband and leatherette strap design. With the strap attached to its lowest point, it presses directly up against the headband, reducing some of the suspension design meant to distribute the weight more evenly across your head. As a result, the thinner headband is more noticeable after prolonged sessions, and while never outright unbearable, it can get obnoxious. The headband and strap also don't always sit well on your head and will begin to slide forward or back. This problem is exacerbated by moving your head around. The multifunction controls will take a few days to get used to, but even after they can still be fumbled with, resulting in a wrong input. The dual audio input, while being handy, prioritizes the Bluetooth connection, so accidentally opening an audio source on a phone will kill your game audio. It doesn't always switch back quickly, and a few times I had to restart the headset to restore my game audio. Having a truly simultaneous connection between Bluetooth and USB receiver would have been fantastic, but alas, it is not to be on the current firmware. At the asking price of $329 for the Xbox version of the Audeze Maxwell, it certainly isn't a cheap purchase. but at the same time it falls within the same price range as most upper tier gaming headsets currently on the market. It also easily destroys most of them without remorse in terms of audio quality, connectivity, and functionality. With the current firmware offering perfect wireless support for Xbox, PC, Mac, PlayStation, and Switch, I've been able to retire 4 different headset setups without a second thought. While there are better sounding headsets available, you won't find one that sounds better than the Maxwell for under $600 to $800. If you are in the market for an incredible gaming headset that will take your gaming experience to the next level, the Audeze Maxwell is the only choice you should consider. And those are my thoughts on the Audeze Maxwell. Just a fantastic overall headset, and nothing is going to beat it at this price point, at least nothing I've seen. So it took a long time for my favorite headset, the Epos H6 Pro, to be dethroned, but I haven't gone back to it since getting these. These just taken the spot for everything. About the only thing I'd say the Audeze doesn't do well is laying sideways in bed trying to listen to something. It doesn't work good in that particular use case, but for everything else, it's just been stellar. I still cannot believe it works so seamlessly with every device when these are the specifically designed for Xbox versions. But again, a firmware update might kill that. I hope not. Don't do it. But yes, check them out if you are in the market for a headset in this price point and want just the best audio quality possible. Just absolutely fantastic. But we're going to go ahead and call it here. Thank you so much, as always, for watching. Really means the world to me to have you here for even a minute at a time. And just a couple of favors at the end here to ask. If you haven't already, thumbs up, thumbs down, depending on how much you like this video, as well as the sub button, notification bell, so you can see when new videos go live on the channel. Loads always coming your way, and I want each and every one of you along for the ride. And for anyone interested in further helping support the channel, you can check out the Audeze Maxwells using my affiliate link in the description below. You get an awesome headset. Doesn't cost you any extra, but it does give us a little bit of a commission, so thank you for that. Alternatively, you can check out that join button here on YouTube or the Patreon link in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. Little goes a long way to keeping us going, and we appreciate each and every one of our current champions who has been just absolutely killing it for us. Thank you all so very much. But until next time, my wonderful internet peeps, you all stay awesome, keep on gaming, and we'll see you back next video.